Welcome to this deep dive. We are so happy that you are here to learn English with us today.
It's great to have you with us.
We're going to be looking closely at some very simple English words.
Hmm. But they're words that describe the most important moments of our lives
Exactly. You know, how we are born, how we get married.
and how we talk about death, the whole cycle.
That's it. But first, before we get into that, we have a quick, very important request for you.
We do. Your help is what allows us to make more of these deep dives for you.
Before we dive into the main topic, please take a moment to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like this podcast, and leave a comment to support the channel. Your engagement truly helps.
Thank you so much for that. It really does mean a lot.
Okay, so where are we starting today?
Well, our mission today is very clear, very focused. We're looking at these essential English words.
Words that most people probably think they already know.
Exactly. But we are going to focus on the small details, the grammar. This is where people, even people who speak English every day, sometimes make mistakes.
Right. So we're aiming for precision.
That's the word. If you learn these simple rules today, you will speak English correctly every single time you talk about these things.
Precision is the key. And because we want everyone to understand, we are going to go very slowly and repeat the important parts.
Right. This is all about understanding, not about speed.
Okay, let's jump in then. Let's start at the very beginning of life, birth.
Mm-hmm.
We have a simple story to get us started about a new baby.
Okay.
So the first sentence is, Anna had a baby yesterday.
Anna had a baby. A perfect start.
The baby is a little boy, and we have
Yeah.
some details. He was born at 1.15 yesterday morning,
Okay.
and he weighed exactly 3 kilograms.
See, these are such simple sentences, but they tell us so much, don't they? A huge, complex event shared with just a few words.
That's the power of it. And we can immediately bring in family history. The family's going to call him John.
And why John?
He's named after his grandfather, who is also named John.
Of course.
And with just a few numbers and dates, we can paint a bigger picture. The grandfather's birthday is June 16th, but he was born in 1957.
A long time ago.
Right. And the baby's parents were born much later in 1986. It's a whole family story in just a few lines.
It really is. And that's why these basic structures are so vital. Now let's look closely at the language itself. This brings us to our first important grammar point, our nugget one.
Okay, nugget one.
We have to master the verb we use when a baby arrives, the action word.
Right.
So nugget one is this, the correct action verb. We say,
Yeah.
Anna had a baby.
So the past tense of to have, she had a baby.
That's it. This is so important. When we talk about the mother, we use had. What we do not say is, Anna got a baby.
Ah, okay. Now, why is got a baby incorrect here? I feel like I hear that mistake quite a lot.
It is a really common one, and that's a great question. The verb got usually means, to receive something, like you got a gift. But having a baby is an action. It's a process. It's not like getting a package in the mail. So the proper correct verb is had.
She had a baby. That makes sense.
Exactly. Just remember that. She had a baby.
Okay, so that's the mother. What about the baby?
This is where we find nugget two. And this is another very common mistake.
Okay, I'm ready.
When we talk about the baby, the structure is different. We use something called the passive voice.
The passive voice, meaning the baby receives the action.
That's right. So we say, the baby was born, or he was born.
She was born.
Perfect. So we're using part of the verb to be, like was, plus the word born.
He was born yesterday.
You've got it. That structure, was born, is how we talk about the past event of a birth. The grandfather was born in 1957.
Right, and the baby was born yesterday.
Exactly.
Now I can see where the confusion happens. I think some learners might just say, he born yesterday. But that's wrong, isn't it?
It is grammatically wrong. And that is the trap you have to avoid. You can't just say, he born. It's missing that very important little verb, was. And you also can't say, he is born. if you're talking about yesterday. The birth is in the past, so you must use the past tense. Was born.
So let's practice that. My friend was born in 1990. When were you born?
Perfect. Always was born for a single person in the past.
That's a great foundation.
Yeah.
So had for the mother, was born for the baby.
You've got it.
Okay, let's move on to the next stage of life. We're talking about relationships and marriage. As adults, we need words to describe our status, right? Like on a form.
That's right. Those little boxes you have to tick.
So first, if you do not have a partner, a husband, or a wife, you are single.
Single. The first status.
Then, if you do have a husband or wife, you are married.
Married. Okay.
But, life isn't always simple. If a marriage breaks up, you might be separated.
And what does separated mean exactly?
It means you've stopped living together, but the marriage isn't legally over yet.
I see. And then after that, once it has legally ended, you are divorced.
Right. Divorce is that final legal status change. And there's one more. It's about loss. If your husband or your wife dies, you are widowed.
So single, married, separated, divorced, and widowed. 5 really essential words.
They are. Now let's look at the action of getting married. We'll continue our story with 2 new people, Harry and Sarah.
Okay. Harry and Sarah.
Harry and Sarah got married. They married in 2001. After they got married, they went on their honeymoon to Italy. And they were married for 15 years.
Okay, notice you just said 2 different but correct ways to talk about the action.
Did I?
You did. You said they got married, and then you said they married in 2001.
Ah, I see.
Using got, as in they got married, is a little less formal. It's how you'd probably tell a friend.
And they married in 2001 is maybe a bit more.
Just a little, but both are perfectly correct ways to talk about the action.
Okay, so this next part is, I think, where it gets really important. This is where almost every single English learner makes a mistake. Our nugget 3.
This is a big one. It's about a tiny little word, a preposition.
Right. If you want to say who you married, you need the correct preposition.
Yes. And the correct preposition is to. The rule is, Sarah got married to Harry.
Married to.
You must use to. It is a fixed rule in English, and it's so important to remember.
Okay, so let me ask, why is that one so tricky? I hear people say Sarah got married with Harry all the time. Why do people want to say with?
That is a brilliant question. And the reason is that in many, many other languages, the correct word is with, because it means together.
Right. It feels logical.
It does. But in English for marriage, we use the preposition to. Think of it like you are forming a bond to that person.
Yeah.
You are connected to them.
So never married with?
Never married with. It is always married to someone. Let's say it slowly. Married to.
I am married to my wife. My friend got married to her partner.
Oh.
Okay, that repetition helps. Married to.
Excellent. That's the one to remember.
So we've covered the start of life with was born and the middle of life with married to. Now we need to talk about the endings.
Yes, the section on death.
Let's go back to our story about Harry. So after many years of marriage, Harry became ill and Harry died last year. The story tells us he died of a heart attack.
Died of a heart attack. Okay.
And just like marriage, these events have ceremonies. For marriage, you have a wedding. The 2 main people are the bride and the groom.
Right.
And when a person dies, the family has a funeral.
Wedding and funeral. 2 important words. But this final section, on death, this is where we find the most important linguistic trap for our learners.
Okay.
We need to be so slow and so clear here. This is nugget 4. And it's about mastering the 3 forms of the word die.
3 forms.
3 forms. There's the verb, the adjective, and the noun.
Okay, let's quickly define those again. A verb is the action.
Yes.
An adjective describes a state or a condition.
Mm-hmm.
And a noun is the name of a thing, or in this case, the name of a concept.
Perfect. Now let's apply those definitions very carefully. First, the verb.
The action.
The action that happened in the past.
Yeah.
Finished. We say, Harry died last year.
Died, the past action verb.
Correct. Say it with me. He died.
He died. Got it.
Okay. Second, the adjective. This describes the person's condition or state now. And this is where the biggest mistake happens.
Okay.
The adjective is dead, we say. Harry is dead.
So dead is the condition. He is dead. She is dead. It describes the state of being.
You've got it. The huge mistake to avoid is mixing them up. You do not say Harry is died. Died is the past action. The state now is dead.
So if I see a be, verb like, is, or are, I have to use the adjective dead. He is dead.
Exactly. That is the precision we're looking for.
Yeah.
For the third form, the noun. The noun is death.
Death.
Death is the concept, the general idea. For example, you could say, death is a very sad event.
Or death is something all people experience. It's the concept.
Precisely. And the final mistake here is when people mix up the noun and the adjective.
Right. You cannot say Harry is death.
You cannot, because death is the noun, the idea. Harry is a person, so his state is dead.
Okay, this is so important. Let's summarize it one more time. The three phrases.
A great idea. Let's repeat them. First, the verb, the action. Harry died last year.
Okay. Next, the adjective, the state. Harry is dead now.
And finally, the noun, the concept. Death is a difficult idea.
Died, dead, deaf.
If you can remember to keep those three forms separate, you have truly mastered a very difficult but very important part of English grammar.
We have covered so much in this deep dive, going slowly through the whole cycle of life.
We really have.
We've looked at the right way to talk about birth, about relationship changes, and about death, really focusing on those tiny little grammar mistakes that are so common. We learned to use had for the mother and was born for the baby. We corrected that big preposition mistake. It's always married to.
And we worked hard to separate those three forms. The action died, the state dead, and the concept death.
And learning these things slowly, deliberately, it just helps you sound so much clearer and more correct when you speak.
It absolutely does. It gives you confidence.
It shows that language really is the tool we use to define our own lives, isn't it?
It is. Which brings me to our final thought for you to consider. It builds on that last point, on those three words for the end of life. We reviewed died, the action, dead, the state, and death, the concept.
Right.
So think about this as you continue your English journey. Which of those three forms, the action, the state, or the concept, do you think people use most often when they talk about being scared of the future? Think about which word they choose for that big, difficult feeling, and why.
Thanks for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, and leave a comment to support the channel.